Hello, my name is Luke Stokes. I'm the Managing Director for the Foundation for Inter-Wallet Operability. And recently I had the pleasure of joining an incredible group of people heading to El Salvador, led by Brock Pierce, to talk about how we can help as the Bitcoin community, the government in El Salvador, support their new Bitcoin law, which makes Bitcoin legal tender. There was a great group of people representing different wallets, exchanges, mining companies, products and services. We had over 24 different people represented there, and it was just an incredible couple of days where we got to meet with different secretaries of departments of the government, and we got to tour different facilities that they had created in 2 different locations. So it was absolutely incredible. I had the privilege of giving a 5-minute presentation, and I shared about an idea where we could make cryptocurrency easier for the people of El Salvador. I just wanted to share a little bit about what I presented there. It was just a few short minutes, about 5 minutes, and these were the slides I showed, and I want to share them with you as well. I first talked about how the prosperity favors the bold, and the future belongs to those who are bold. And I was very proud of the Salvadorians and what they've been doing to elect a leader who has the capacity to put something like this in place, where Bitcoin can be accepted, and they have the vision and foresight to see what's coming. Bitcoin adoption is accelerating faster than the adoption of the internet. And this is going to surprise a lot of people because we don't always have mechanisms in our brain to even understand exponential growth, and it just sneaks up on us so quickly. At 1% for any exponential process, you're only 7 doublings away from 100%. At 8%, the tipping point, you're only 4 doublings away, and the odds of saturation are all but certain. El Salvador is positioned to benefit from this if we learn from the lessons of the past. And one of those lessons is how quickly the internet was adopted. At the current pace, what took the internet 7.5 years may take Bitcoin about 4 years. It's really incredible to see how steep this curve of adoption is, which means in less than 5 years, we could be at 1 billion users. This is very similar to how the hypertext transfer protocol, which made web browsers and the World Wide Web available to everyone, led to a huge adoption of the internet growth, because it is all about usability. If technology is not helping serve a human being and making their lives better, it's pretty much useless. I touched on this briefly about how if every single El Salvadorian had a crypto wallet handle, then other projects in the space could airdrop to them. They could also find them and know that they are wanting to participate in the crypto ecosystem. People that are looking for work or different ways that they can help provide services to anyone, anywhere in the world, they can now get paid through FIO requests, and they can participate directly because they already have a crypto wallet handle. And with FIO protocol, you're not just sending crypto, but you can also request it in a decentralized, private, and secure way, which includes invoices, tax payments, order cards, and more. You can also include information, which would be FIO data, such as notes, memos, invoices, and order cards. And you never have to interact with a confusing, risky, or complex native blockchain address. It's more user-friendly, and there's fewer irreversible errors. A FIO address is really simple and can enable El Salvador to humanize cryptocurrency. When I was listening to the other presentations, I was hearing quite a bit about how important it was for them to not just focus on the numbers, but to focus on the human beings whose lives are going to improve by their adoption of Bitcoin. And so instead of a very confusing address that we see here, they could have instead a username at El Salvador. QR codes are a little bit risky sometimes because they're unencrypted and open to man-in-the-middle attacks. Native blockchain public addresses are confusing and error-prone, and they often cause stress when someone has to send a transaction and they don't know for sure that it's going to go to the right human being. The request functionality also humanizes the process to make it joyful. And we think this is key for making cryptocurrency familiar and similar to the traditional financial systems that those in El Salvador are used to today. I didn't touch on this much during the presentation because the audience wasn't very technical, but I wasn't aware of that when we set it up. But I'll just get into it a little bit here, where the FIO protocol is a layer 2 usability solution that handles the workflow data and confirmations leading up to and coming after transactions on any other blockchain. It's a wallet layer solution, so it doesn't actually integrate with a blockchain, but it just integrates with the applications. And it uses a delegated proof of stake blockchain. It's built on EOS.io codebase, so it's very fast and has low cost, fully open source. And this was the main focus that I wanted to get across to those in El Salvador, that the Foundation for Inter-Wallet Operability would love to provide a free address wallet handle on the El Salvador FIO domain for Salvadorian citizens. We'd also like to give a FIO token grant to El Salvador to facilitate implementation of the protocol and onboarding all their citizens. In addition, we'd like to do co-marketing and promotion and educating specific to El Salvador with our consortia of over 15 FIO integrated industry-leading wallets and exchanges. And so that was the extent of the presentation. I feel it was very well received, and I'm going to be following up with the contacts that we made there to see if they would be interested in having this be part of a comprehensive package to help onboard their citizens to a user-friendly, easy crypto experience. In addition, I wanted to show other more detailed information. So I talked a little bit about the growth of the internet compared to the growth of Bitcoin. And this comes from the diffusion of innovations, this concept that in the beginning, things start out pretty slowly, but eventually they go very, very quickly and very, very fast when it comes to exponential growth. A lot of the pictures and slides come from this wonderful article, and it talks about, again, that comparison between Bitcoin adoption and the growth of the internet. And so the idea that we're basically around 1997 is going to catch a lot of people off guard when in about 4 years we get to 1 billion users. As you can see, the growth of the number of users grew very, very quickly in a very short amount of time. There's also a comparison that can be made between the adoption rate of the internet and the price of Bitcoin. And this you've seen as well, which we had in the summary. And I talk a little bit more about how it doesn't really feel right because people aren't used to what happens when exponential growth in network systems take place. But this has happened every time with a lot of these different solutions. And so it's important for us to really focus on how to make cryptocurrency easier to use, because we have a lot of users that are coming to it that are not the technical people using it today. Our vision at FIO is to make all blockchain interactions across every crypto joyful, easy, and less risky in a decentralized, self-sovereign manner. Core capabilities include the NFT of a FIO address, such as your name at El Salvador, FIO requests, and also FIO data. FIO requests allow decentralized encrypted transaction payment requests, which includes everything from an order card invoice, and it can be peer-to-peer. Blockchain technology layers. There are many technology layers leading up to an individual interaction with cryptocurrency. Much of this can and should be hidden from the user, while at the same time preserving the decentralized and self-sovereign nature of blockchain technology. This is an example of all the different pieces that an application would have to keep track of in order to become blockchain enabled. You have to worry about the seed phrase, the private key, the public keys per blockchain if it's a deterministic wallet. You have new public addresses for every transaction, the different nodes for talking to the blockchains, as well as potentially API query nodes where you have to pull up transaction history on the blockchain. And you have to manage these APIs also for pushing signed transactions. There are going to be SDKs for interacting with FIO and the different supported blockchains. And then of course a user experience, a UX and UI of the actual wallet or application. Then you have to talk to those SDKs and send and receive cryptocurrency by signing those blockchain messages. And at the very top, you have a human readable wallet handle like user at El Salvador, which should hopefully be a very joyful experience. The user should have this simple experience. While the companies have to worry about all this entire stack, the end user should only care about their wallet handle, the FIO address, which gives them access to the whole ecosystem of blockchains and cryptocurrencies, with a familiar experience for sending and receiving on any chain. This is essentially what the user should have to worry about, just their wallet handle. FIO has accomplished a whole lot since March 2020 of launching the mainnet. We have over 300,000 FIO addresses, 60,000 monthly active addresses, and a lot of different domains that have been registered with a thriving activity in our community on Twitter and Telegram. We've integrated it into over a dozen wallets and exchanges, with many more in progress. And we've been listed on some top exchanges, including Binance, Ascendex, BitHome Global, Liquid Global, and others. We have 35 block producers from 20 countries, and we have over 27 FIO improvement proposals. This is where the community helps us improve the protocol over time. The Foundation for Inter-Wallet Operability is a Cayman nonprofit entity and operates as a decentralized autonomous consortia of wallets and exchanges and a decentralized business model where everyone who adds value is rewarded by the blockchain itself. It's open source and provides a great user experience. So instead of a Bitcoin address, people can instead use their name at El Salvador with many wallet and exchange integrations. This is the current foundation board, and the board is appointed from a top straw poll vote recipients from the FIO token holders, where the vote is tallied every 4 months. We have a number of integrated products, which you can see the whole list at fioprotocol.io/ecosystem. That includes Edge, BitMax, Liquid, Infinito Wallet, Shapeshift, and many others. And this was kind of the catalyst for this whole presentation when I tweeted out a message to the president of El Salvador and gave the idea of giving all citizens of El Salvador their own FIO address. I shared this tweet with someone who's familiar with Brock's team, and Brock and some others liked it so much that they included me in the delegation that was flying out to El Salvador, which we just really appreciate. It was an incredible group of people, and it was a really great start to help that nation. And so we do hope that this is interesting to them and that they might consider enabling all of their citizens to have a really great user experience when sending and receiving cryptocurrency. And also for the wider blockchain community to be able to know how they can find a validated user in El Salvador that has cryptocurrency, because the El Salvador domain would be a private domain that only the government would be able to issue addresses at that domain. Then other projects could be assured that that FIO address represents a real human and not a bot. So we're very, very excited about the potential here. We hope that the government in El Salvador, along with many other companies that are coming in to help them, treats this as a great opportunity, and we'd love to help support them in any way we can. Again, we're very, very excited about the potential here, and we're looking forward to see where it goes from there. Thanks so much, and have a great day.